Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Cash the Goblin. This is the Goblin Cave. We're back again for our second installment of My First Dungeon. So My First Dungeon is the Sunless Citadel from Yawning Portal. So it's a level 1 to level 3 dungeon. Fairly basic. It's an old school dungeon from D&D 3.5 days, converted to D&D 5th edition and then converted again to Roll20. So we use the Roll20 interface because it's a nice little visual interface. It's really great. If you haven't tried it before, please go to Roll20. The links are down below in the channel descriptions and everything else. At least they should be. But please, yeah, have a look at it. It's a great role-playing system for online role-playing. So we're going to switch across to our players and do our introductions. And I'll also make sure I unmute everybody, which is always important. There we go, and everyone is unmuted, just in case someone. So we'll do a quick introduction again, just like last week. We've got the same cast members, and we'll try to keep it quick and then move straight back into the game, because although we ended at the end of the fight, there could still be some cliffhangers ahead. So we'll go around the room. There's always cliffhangers, yes. So Kevin, can you introduce yourself? And
you just introduced me.
Oh no!
Actually, I am Kevin. I am playing Kevlar the Grey. As you can tell from the gray here, I am a wizard extraordinaire, able to take out ice creatures with a single firebolt.
Fire versus ice, a good combination. BB.
My guy is Kralithengard. He likes pastries and strawberries and long strolls on the beach.
All of which I don't think we're going to find in this dungeon.
Well, I'm disappointed.
Right? I'm sad now. He also loves his great axe.
That you can definitely find, but getting it covered in blood is kind of getting common.
Okay, but if you start like caressing that great axe, we're out.
I'm gonna name it Bessie.
Oh my god.
So that would be John.
Hello, my name is John Doe. I play Ralph Bronzebottom, the cleric healer that'll keep all of these people off the ground, hopefully. I enjoy books, long romantic sunsets, and wine over candles.
That's just scary. That scares me.
Yeah.
I'm troubled now.
Yeah.
I'm deeply troubled.
And our last person here, Seth.
Hi, I am Seth. I am playing Marvin Hobb, and I am a human, and I cannot see in the dark. Like all humans.
That's your fault.
Yeah.
Marvin is also a human and cannot see in the dark.
I'm going to have to go offline just really quickly. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry for this. I do have a phone call from my goblin school right now I've got to take. So I'll just mute myself quickly and see what's going on. Really
Tell him I said hi.
So you guys are still going to be live though, so entertain yourselves.
Oh!
Okay, roll to beat up the DM.
Are we allowed to fight God?
No, we're not allowed to fight God, but the DM is beyond the God. He's the Beyonder.
Oh, okay, cool.
We're allowed to fight that.
What do I need to roll, and how do I roll that?
Roll to kill God.
Roll a D100.
Oh,
If you get 100, we win.
I
You get
will
5
shoot
rolls.
God with my short bow and a +1 arrow.
Nope,
Ah.
I didn't do it.
Oh.
you
not gonna
picked
100.
up an arrow.
Oh, whoops. Can I have it back?
No, you cannot have it back. You shot that arrow off into space. You annoyed those kobolds.
You like just shot like an arrow into the sky. Fuck you, God. Or F you, God.
He already broke it.
Oh, man.
Oh, this is a lovely start.
There's gonna be some guy like walking like 100 feet down the road. Oh, there's an arrow in my leg.
No, it's in his knee. You gotta get it.
No.
I used to be an adventurer like you, but then I took an arrow to the knee.
There's a mod that calls down a fatal lightning strike anytime a guard starts saying that.
Oh, does it kill them?
Yeah. It's just divine retribution for mentions of arrows to the knee.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I need to get that mod. Or no, you know what? I need to get the mod. I need to get the trick arrow mod so I can shoot carts and mammoths at people.
That's
I
the
don't think you know that his mic's not muted anymore.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Karsh, we can hear you if you want to mute that.
Karsh, we can hear you.
He's ordering pizza.
Karsh, we can hear you.
He doesn't have
He
his
can't
headset
hear
on.
us. He's not got his headphones on.
How's anything?
How's your goblin?
Sorry about that on-air emergency. My goblin just walked into a door. I'm
Oh.
in fact,
Oh, that's
not
terrible.
kidding. He actually just walked into a door and bumped his head. So he's fine. Everything's good. Everything's okay.
I mean, if it helps, I do that like every Thursday. So
My dog did that once. We
I walked
threw
into
a
a
toy
cage
at a
like 10 minutes
door,
ago.
and
So
it was
for-
sliding down the door. And she couldn't wait, so she was running at the door and ran face first into the door.
So my goblin Sid he has ASD and his spatial awareness is a bit off. So he can be a little bit what people say is accident prone, but he gets excited over things. So apparently he's opened a cupboard and went and or someone had opened a cupboard and wanted to look in and but it's good. Let's get back to the game. So we left last session where our players were learning about the dungeon. They've learnt that traps are bad, even in front of doors.
The party's bad.
Splitting the party.
And then-
Hopefully have learnt that splitting the party is bad, where there's traps and there's things hidden about the dungeon. I'm sure soon the party will learn how even worse things could have gotten if you went left instead of right in that splitting the party. You've also learnt that shouting a name in Draconic at doors and at pretty much every object you find doesn't help with opening doors and every object. Yes,
doesn't help so far.
it doesn't help so far. I will accept that correction. It does not help so far.
And what was that name again?
It should be in your journal. I will bring it back up if you wish.
I
You
do
are
wish.
cool for including a dragon door, and I actually was curious about, so I looked it up. Why? Why would you add something that hard?
Hey, nah, no metagame.
No, I won't use the knowledge in the game.
A
So-
shardalon.
Okay.
So a shardalon. Put it again into chat. There's a storytelling technique about putting in a end story thing right at the very start. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a
that's
common
what the dragon
theme.
door is for?
Sorry?
That's what the dragon door is for? Or is that the name?
Well, you can't get through it at the moment. None of your skill checks could get through it. You tried everything, but you couldn't do it
D25
at
will
this
do that.
stage. Even with the 25. Yep. And believe me, you probably wouldn't have wanted to at this current level. So sometimes enthusiasm and a really good roll can get you killed. Can get you killed very quickly.
Unless you get more good rolls.
Yeah, but they don't generally keep on coming. There's average of statistics is kind of an average. Yeah. Statistics usually balance out, though if rolling a dice again is going to get the same random chance. So you don't use up your criticals, you don't use up your ones and your 20s. It's okay. So as I was saying, we left with a bit of a fight. Some efforts escaped from a sealed drinking cask through the help of the cleric's mace. the Mephits got out and didn't like what they were doing, or didn't like everyone else around them, because they thought that, well, you sealed them into the cask. An ice Mephit wants to be cold, a steam Mephit wants to be hot, and they were stuck together for how long, you don't know. So a fight ensued, people went down, Mephits exploded in both steam and ice at the end, and Meepo, the cowardly kobold, went to fetch support for his friends. Although the support just arrived as she killed the last Mephit and it exploded. You're once again still in the dragon, or in the room with the cage. You were told that the cage held a dragon. Did you steal the statues from the top of the table?
No, you said I couldn't do anything with them, so I decided to leave them.
Okay. Okay. I don't know if people did, but yeah. I'll let you, if you want to leave them, you can leave them. I don't recall if I said that, but I'm okay. If you want to take them,
What do they look like?
they can be gone. They were little jade figurines, I believe.
Oh yeah, totally. Were they like little?
I'll find the description.
Well, regardless, I might just slip those into the little backpack right quick if
Yep.
nobody else is looking.
Well, there's more kobolds in the room right now, but we'll get to that.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah, kobolds
But
first,
beforehand,
actually.
yes.
Definitely a good idea.
So the bench serves as a tiny altar. Resting on it are containers of green dye, a paintbrush of goblin hair bristles, and 4 tiny jade figurines of dragons worth about 15 gold each. In the fire pit, now that you actually are closer to the fire pit as well, it's quite a large fire pit, and you can also see that there seems to be bones in the fire pit as well. That was one of the areas you didn't really investigate before the Mephits came out. And we'll switch across to the other screen, although we're not really needing it, but that's where we are. I'll try to move my overlay a bit lower and hide it. So Meepo rushes out. In tow there are 3 kobolds behind him, and they chum out, weapons carried, everything ready for combat, and then they just stop. It's like, Meepo, why did you do this? And they start throwing things at him. They just start abusing him in Draconic. If you want, you can pick up some new swear words, but otherwise, those that don't speak Draconic don't understand what's going on. But there's obvious frustration, and they're also pointing at the pit. And in Draconic, they do mention something about that he should have been burnt in the pit like the others. And why did he survive if you're so useless?
But would I have to roll to attempt to start a fire in the pit?
It's all ashes. It'll mean getting more stuff up and getting things prepared.
Are we on the map screen?
Yeah, I'm
We
still on
should-
the Tales from the Yawning Portal.
I'm on the start.
Oh, that'll be it. Always, as a
Alright,
GM, always
visual.
move your players to the same map you're on, unless you're working on that map. Because that's a common thing. So it should be loading up.
So I don't suppose any of you fine gentlemen speak common, or perhaps Gnomish.
The kobolds exit the room, and Meepo, who's also a kobold, looks very frightened of them when they were insulting him, but Meepo doesn't seem to register anything of what you're saying.
Am I the only one that speaks Draconic?
You're the only one that speaks Draconic.
All right.
Would we know that these kobolds would speak Draconic?
They do look very dragon-esque, with scales and a long snout and spines and things like that. They don't have wings, but they do have a very dragon-esque look to them.
And we know Meepo does because I was speaking with him last week.
Yes. And you also notice with Meepo, he's got a lot of scars on him. A lot of like big scratch marks across his body. Now that he's out of his covers and clearly running around, he does have a lot of scars on his body. And if you actually looking at them, he goes a little bit sheepish over the scars. He thanks you for helping and saving Meepo. If I'll bring up my dialogues. If you continue to be friend, if you still want to be friend, I can take you to Yazdril, our leader. And if you want to make nice, maybe he keep you safe too.
I feel like we're the ones that kept you safe, Meepo.
But there's lots of dangers here.
Oh, what kind of dangers are there, Meepo? Tell us about them.
Well, the goblins. The goblins that stole our dragon, Cowlax. Or Calcax.
How many?
Well, there's as many goblins as there are kobolds.
Meepo, can you count?
There's as many goblins as there were kobolds.
Would some of
And
your...
I take out my hands and I start showing him how to count to 10 on his hands.
This has all been translated. And he takes out his hand, which is more just like 3 claws. And as you're going through 5 fingers, he's going through with his claws,
I let him use
imitating.
my hand. Like 1, 5. How many were there, Meeps?
And
Are you
he's
going to
just
give him a
imitating.
hand? Are you going to give him your hand?
I'll give him somebody's hand. We'll find somebody with 5 fingers. That'll be like his abacus. Do you want an abacus, Meepo?
This is all being translated. So depending on how much you want to translate is depending on how much is getting through.
I want to ask Meepo what's through this door right over here.
Oh, don't worry, there was totally like a little room.
This one right here.
Yeah.
He explains that goes to the goblins.
All right, Meepo. So we're gonna go check out. Well, what did
Where's
your
this
friends?
one go?
What did your friends over here want? I thought they were here to help, and then they just threw stuff at you and left. What's the story behind that, little man?
Meepo's the goblin keeper.
So
I'm the last of the goblin keepers. The others, when the goblins attacked. And he looks at the fire. And you can clearly see the bones in there. They're not human. But they're more kobold size.
So Meepo, it sounds like you don't really have a good relationship with these goblins, huh?
He shakes his head.
Do they cause you and the other kobolds a lot of problems, maybe?
He says, Yazdril, I'll take you to Yazdril. He knows. He can answer questions.
What can you tell us about Yazdril?
He's our leader.
Cool.
He's our mighty leader. He brought our clan to this place of dragons.
How tall is he?
He's a mighty kobold. Very tall.
How does he feel about non-kobolds?
If you make nice, and maybe promise to rescue dragon, he'd be nice to you. But if you're not nice, then that may be a problem.
Oh,
Works for
so
me.
there's a kidnapped dragon. So you want us to rescue this dragon? Hmm?
He
What
points.
would,
He points to the cage where it's actually broken out in the same room.
All right, Meeps. So what do we get if
There we
we wind up bringing this dragon back?
Then Yezreal will reward you, I'm sure. But speak to Yezreal. He can answer questions. He knows more. He's our mighty
Let's
leader.
do it.
So,
Okay, yeah, that
That
sounds
sounds like a plan.
right.
so Meepo will
Harassing
show you
for
through.
information.
And as Meepo goes through, he actually yells out in dragon up from there.
Let's just follow this
Yeah.
swiftly.
So we'll do a little bit of time because there's 4 of us to follow.
I'm gonna toss the little statues in my pack right quick as we go.
Oh yeah, 'cause nobody's in the room. Good deal.
What
What happened to the
I'm in the room.
I don't know.
I'm in the room, and you can trust me. I wouldn't say I'm nobody.
They were
Oh,
just there.
I see how it is.
They were
I was
there,
wondering
now
why
they're
the
not.
rogue was last to leave the room.
I am
Kobold,
hurt
you
and
leave.
offended, and this is a racist conversation.
No, it's classist conversation.
It's not racist, it's
It's
classist.
both. No, it's both. I'm human. Totally counts.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh,
Kobold
sorry.
will
Were we
leave.
going
Okay.
north here? Cool.
So north, yeah. That's why I'm only doing little steps at a time. So as Meepo comes to this area, he calls out a word in Draconic, and it's a weird word. You don't really know what it means, but it's tickle tooth. You don't really know what that is, but he's calling out tickle tooth as we're going through the corridors, a little bit here and there.
I heal Kraut.
Then you do a spell and heal for 9 health, which is actually pretty good. Should be max.
Can we ask him what that means?
You don't understand what the
Oh.
word means. You just understand that it's tickle tooth is the word he's saying. You can't really connect it to anything like the Ashardalon. You can't connect the word to a physical or an actual thing or
Oh,
concept.
I'm going to say that at every door, everything we come across.
Actually,
Well,
a
he's
9
calling
for
it out
my
every now
healing
and then.
Is really lowballing it.
Nice.
Oh, you're
And
on
you-
spell slots now.
Yeah, like literally, I at +7 to heal, and I healed you for 9. I rolled a 2.
In this chamber, you can see a couple of more kobolds. These guys are definitely they're more sure of themselves, especially far more sure of themselves than Meepo. They carry themselves with a very aggressive manner and confident manner. They're very proud. They're carrying their weapons drawn and ready, and they're just staring at you all, and just sneering at Meepo as he is calling out and this tickle tooth, and they move out of your way, but they're very much sneering at Meepo as he moves past them and keeping an eye on you.
Damn. I was really hoping I had some rocks in my bag because I would have given them to the Kobold Elite to throw at that guy. Can I investigate the ground for rocks?
There is rubble.
Score.
There's rubble all over, so corners of the walls, there's always little bits of rubble in this place.
Do. Can I assume that I've picked up a couple rocks?
Yep, you can pick up some rocks, that's no problem.
Cool. I'm gonna immediately go to this kobold, and I'm gonna gesture with my hand. I'm gonna point at the rocks. I'm gonna point at Meepo. I'm just gonna be like, maybe give it a shot.
He picks up a rock, looking at it, and gets your idea of throwing the rocks, and he will throw some rocks. Like not hard, but throw some rocks in.
Hey.
You definitely get the impression that Meepo is at the bottom of the rung of the ladder.
That's what happens when you run away from a fight,
those
Meepo.
rocks with my shield.
He's most certainly, the impression you're getting is he is the lowest on the totem pole. These guys are pretty much at the top of the totem pole.
Because he's a coward.
So we keep
How
going.
dare you run away
He's
from a
our
fight?
Meepo. Don't you let them bully our Meepo.
I'm gonna help them bully him.
So all the way to the left, or the west, I should say.
Scroll over some more. Here we go.
Roll to give slap Krauss on the back of the head.
Doesn't work like that. But I'm gonna stop at this elite, and I'm gonna do the same thing. Then I'm gonna tell him to wait. if I can. I'm saying, I'm just, we were in a fight.
Are you trying to get our kobold?
We were in a fight.
Stoned?
And he just did
Biblical stoned, not
right.
No,
Rolling.
they're just some pebbles. It's just rude. But he has it coming.
Rolling to smack.
Yeah, you fail.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You smack yourself.
Who are you smacking?
Smacking is an attack.
Dumbass.
Oh, you just okay. You try and just slap. The kobold's waiting for you, Marvin.
Oh, okay. Let's go over there.
Most certainly waiting for you.
Throw a rock at him.
Where is
What does that mean exactly?
He's eyeing you suspiciously, and he's waiting for you to join the rest of your group to the west.
Oh, okay. Oh, are we leaving? I didn't know we were leaving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone slowly move to the rest.
I'm gonna stand right there.
Yeah.
Because I'm more important than Meepo.
Oh, I couldn't see anything with those pillars in the way.
Yep. No problem.
It's difficult, right? I thought that there were like doorways. I was like, man, there's a lot of doors in here. And then I was like, oh wait.
No,
Those
it's
are
pillars.
Remember, you gotta stay in front of Meepo. It sends a message that we know that we're more important than him. And we should be treated with more respect. Subtle.
Can I smack him on? Can I roll to smack him on the back of the head again?
I mean,
No, I'm not.
If you roll another 4. But no, it's true. That's true.
Yeah. So as you move up,
Especially-
Roll to deal one non-lethal damage to Krauss.
so as you move up, the other kobolds follow you down the corridor, almost ushering you ahead of them. In front of you, and there's always going to be a blurb. It's always blurbs. Here we are. So the box text is: a short throne stands near the rest wall, constructed of fallen bits of masonry stacked against an old altar. On top of the altar sits a variety of small items. The portion of the altar that serves as the throne's back features a rearing dragon. A metallic key is held firmly in the dragon's open jaws. And here's a picture.
Alright, that guy's dressed up in a
Yes.
sheet.
So Meepo's description of Yasdriel is a bit over exaggeration. He's the same size as Meepo. He does have a ring and more in robes than anything else. He's not a giant. He's just another kobold, but definitely looking in command. But in Meepo's eyes, he thinks that he is a giant because he's the leader.
Meepo, you're gonna have to stop lying to us about things.
On either side of Yasdriel is 2 more elite kobolds as well, keenly eyeing you off and watching your every move. Yasdriel speaks still draconic, but warmly to the new visitors, and asks, "Why are you here, and what do you want?"
Anybody want to take this?
Perhaps the person that speaks dragon?
That would be a good idea.
That would be me.
Sweet talking, Kevin.
Why are we here?
Kevlar.
Who are we looking for, Richard?
I'm
You're
just
looking
gonna tug on his shirt and be like, ask about the dragon reward first.
You're looking for 3 missing adventurers. That was the main goal. You're looking for 3 missing adventurers.
3 scrubs who got wrecked.
Yes.
And we hate goblins. Tell them we hate goblins and are hunting them down.
Sounds good.
Totally do that. And ask about the reward. Be like, hey, there's some money.
So I'm talking to the guy, and I'm introducing myself and say, I'm Kevlar. These are my traveling companions. We thank you for your hospitality in this fine place. We are looking for 3 travelers, 3 adventurers. And as we look for these adventurers, we're also looking for goblins to kill because we hate goblins. What can you tell us?
One of the elites actually spits at the word of goblins, and starts, and you hear another one sneer from behind you at that word being spoken in their native tongue.
I want to follow suit, just so that they think I'm more like one of them.
He's as for the adventurers, Yastriel says outsiders came about a moon ago. They went towards the goblins, and they did not come back. Perhaps the other outsider, Balak, has got them down below.
Balak.
Totally ask him about Balak.
Balak?
Right?
Yeah, totally ask him. Be like, so who's that guy?
Who's Balak?
Yeah. So can you tell us who that is?
Did somebody ever really
The outcast? He came here years ago, as far as we know. He's always been here, since we've been here, really. But he's their leader. He's truly in command of this place. The goblins, they grovel to that thing. And he looks at you, Krallis, as a human. When he says
looked at me
thing.
like, oh. So
Sorry, not Krallis, Marvin.
Score.
That's me, yeah. He looks at Marvin as, like, when he says human and as thing.
See? Racist, what'd I tell you?
Yeah.
Balak
grows things. Balak grows things beneath and uses the goblins as servants. We don't serve their kind. We raise dragons here. This is a dragon place, a dragon temple.
I want to ask him about this dragon that's gone missing.
While this is happening, I start reading a book in the background.
I'll ask him if he can tell me about the dragon.
Which dragon? The old one or the new one?
Well,
Jesus, man, how many have you lost?
There's more than one, goodness.
Well, we knew that
Or something?
we know that the temple was dedicated to a dragon, a Shardalon. That's who was worshipped here.
oh,
Okay, so that would be the old dragon then, I guess.
That's
So
the
look-
name that
Let's
you're
ask
shouting
about
at
the new
everybody and everything.
Let's ask him about the reward. So, Marvin, can you tell him that we heard this little dragon was kidnapped, and that would be rewarded if we could find him and bring him back.
I can try, but I don't speak Draconic, so I don't think that will work.
Oh, I'm sorry. Kevin,
I'm happy to translate for you.
Thank you.
So, what do you want to know?
What the reward is for that little dragon?
For the old dragon?
No, the little one, the one that was in the cage.
You hope it's little, but it was a small cage. Calcriax. If you can get Calcriax back from those evil, disgusting goblins, I'll let you choose 2 items from my altar, 2 items from my throne. And he gestures above him.
I ask him, I'll ask Marvin to ask him, Kevlar is the one who is Draconic. Are there any goblins nearby?
Only those that we have prisoner.
Can I do a perception check to see if we can trust him? He's telling the truth.
You can do a perception check. It's more insight.
Insight?
Yeah. I think insight is your perception check these days.
I will also do an insight check.
Yep.
Can I jump on that bandwagon?
Yep, it looks like everybody's
Roll
doing
to
this.
assist with insight.
Paranoid adventures.
Nobody trusts this guy ever.
Oh, never mind. I'll leave it good at that.
Yeah.
I'm a boss.
You didn't say guidance though. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, sorry. Was
Yeah.
guidance on?
But did you want to cast in front of them? You are surrounded by elite guards here.
No, I don't want to cast. I got a natural
Yep.
20 anyway.
So it's 24. I just wanted to make sure if you were going to be casting in front of them, because that could get really bad. You think he's on the level? It's hard to read for like for the speech patterns in the Draconic. You think he's on the level. You can't see any indications of lying. For the body reactions, is what everyone else is reading. You don't think he's lying. He just wants to have. It just seems that he just wants the temple to be his, and just for his clan. And there's certainly very much a hatred of the goblins.
So, hey, boss man, all we need to know is where are they, and do you care if he's dead or alive?
I
As
do
I
care.
translate that.
You need to bring back the dragon alive.
Oh, no, the leader guy,
Balak,
yeah.
Balak will be below.
Mhm.
you want him alive.
Now,
If-
are these guys strong that you want us to go fight?
If you can remove Balak from this place, then we can probably take it. We can probably take over.
Oh, okay, so he's strong.
Yes.
Hey, do you want to give us some warriors?
Yeah.
Well,
So
then.
I could use, if you've got any heavy armor, I could use that, and that'll help a long way. You know, to
Or
getting your
some
dragon
weird
back.
shit?
How much of this is being translated? You
All right.
have the
I'll
power to just veto what
Kevlar.
they're saying.
Yeah, it's totally up to Kevin what gets through. He could even
I can translate the questions about the armor and the weaponry.
score.
Okay.
What about the assistants? Warriors.
What about the assistance questions?
I was going to do that as well. I'm just going to take them one at a time.
So he doesn't really understand what you're asking. Like, you want us to give you stuff without doing anything for us.
Yep.
It just that's kind of his reply. It's hard to understand because although they don't understand really possessions, they also want payment for possessions, and you're just asking for things for free.
So tell him I apologize for my miscommunication. What I mean is we want to help you, and we want to know if you have any tools that can help us help you.
If you need help, we can send Meepo as a guide with you.
Meebo's useless. Don't send him with us. Throw rocks at him here. He ran away from the fight earlier.
He seems
Oh
to
my-
actually understand your body language enough to grin when you say useless. There seems to be at least that understanding of body language of like, yeah, he knows that too.
Don't be mean to Meepo.
I'm gonna pat Meepo on the back.
Handy later. We need to keep Meepo with us.
I'm
And
gonna-
before Meepo,
I'll
breaks
agree,
the
but I'm not gonna be
this
happy
guy's
about
an asshole to him. Meepo, it's okay, Meepo. You're cool with me.
So in that case, while he's like, while Kevin's telling me like, hey, look, we need Meepo, and I'm agreeing to it, immediately after that, I want to point to like two of the elites and be like, they're gonna come with us. Kind of do those gestures. Him and
Oh
him.
my god.
So
They
I'll
shake
ask
their
him
heads.
if the elite can come with us and help.
They shake their heads, and Yasrajol, the chief says no. My guards here to protect the clan. We'll have Meepo show you the back way into the goblins, but our guards here are to protect the clan if the goblins come through the front door instead of the back.
And then I'll just shrug and be like, that makes sense.
And where is Ralph going?
Yeah,
He's gonna go find more methods.
Yep, I'm exploring. I got
Wow.
bored.
You're
Wow.
exploring
No
without
lesson last time.
without an escort, which means you're an enemy in an enemy territory.
Yep.
In a hostile
Yeah,
territory.
we're gonna have to tie him
I'm gonna grab Meepo and follow Ralph
Wow.
to keep him out of trouble.
That's cool. I'll stay here and try and negotiate.
And if you go into the wrong doors, things can go badly, as you may have noticed.
So, Kev, is there anything that you're trying to get out of this chief guy?
I think that's almost what we're going to get out of him. He's not going to give us anything.
Yeah.
That's clear. Ask him if he can tell us where we need to go or which direction to take care of this.
Side note, right quick, I'm gonna sort of put my arm all chummy like around Ralph's shoulder, sort of, just to make it look friendly, but really, I don't want him to walk away. Or like, I don't want it to be, if he's gonna walk away, he's got to like push me off.
Grapple.
Yeah.
He's been graveled.
But like in a friendly
Oh my
way.
god, I've gone blind!
So
Alright,
you went
so-
blind? Okay, so
So just the little shoulder thing, like yeah, buddy, my cute little dwarf friend.
I fall to my knees and I'm like, ah, my eyes!
So I feel like that's a reasonable question to ask him, Kev.
Wow, I think we're just going to get killed here right now.
Nah, me and you will be just fine.
Thank you.
So let me ask the guy, will we have safe passage in this area from his people? Since we are trying to help him.
you'll have safe passage in our lands while you're friends with us.
We are friends.
Break
with
that
you.
friendship and you will not have safe passage. And Meepo
We
will help
not
that.
break that friendship.
Oh, does that mean I can walk off?
Yeah,
I have a cast
Meepo will help.
spell on Ralph. I'll be more than happy to do that. We will not break that friendship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, does he understand the concept of handshaking? I'm gonna try and shake his hand.
He leans over, or he stands up or almost stands up and leans over and holds out his hand with his massive ring on his hand. And it's about a human-sized ring. It actually goes over 2 of his claws instead of 1.
Is it really pretty?
It is. It's pretty.
Oh my god, he's gonna.
So while
touch
I'm
me.
shaking his hand, I just kind of want to look at this ring and be like, that's a nice ring.
But
Point at it,
he's not
thumbs
doing it
up.
for a shake. He's actually doing it for like a holding out like that.
Wanting to kiss.
Yes.
Oh, I want to mimic his action then. Like I don't understand what he's asking of me. Like, oh, this is what they do as a handshake, and I'm gonna do it too.
And I will humbly bow and leave it at that.
Oh, I was going to just do roll initiative, but no. He'll accept a bow.
And so I'll look at
yeah.
Kevin while he's doing that, and I'll be like, oh,
And Meepo goes over and kisses the ring. As a thank you, don't kill me, thank you. He's certainly the lowest in the totem pole in this entire area. And he's now your companion. Oh.
you make me so upset.
Don't throw rocks at Neepo. Stop bullying.
Ralph. You and me, man. New mission goal. Neepo is coming back, the daggone war hero.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
We're gonna
Neepo
make him
comes
fight.
back a badass.
So
Yeah.
from throwing rocks at him, he's now got like minus how many hit points? No.
Oh, does he actually have minus hit points? I thought
No.
that they weren't. That they were just like throwing pebbles.
No. Small rocks and things, no problem. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Um,
We'll kill him later. Don't worry.
so Meepo guides you through. And if there's more.
But before we head off, can I ask Kev to kind of see what kind of gear Meepo has on him? Weapons, armor,
Yeah, so I'll ask him, does he have any gear or weapons or armor that we can use to help him take care of Balak?
I've actually got to find his sheet.
Score.
See if he does have, or if he's just a generic. Because he's a named character.
Or
It
at
may
least
be
if he has
generic.
like proficiency in anything.
Yeah, because we got some spare stuff.
Mm-hmm. Like that smear. That's weird.
I would also like to ask him if they have any magic potions that would aid us in helping them.
That we could trade
You can
for.
see on top of the. Well, before you ask that, I'll give you an insight because I was wanting to, not an insight, but a perception. to see what you can see from on top of the actual
okay.
altar.
I got a 16. I'm happy with that.
I mean, remember, you're not actually standing there. You're having to keep your distance, and you're looking over. So, what have we got? That's pretty good perceptions, actually. You can clearly see the key. The key is the main focus there, because it's actually coming out of the side of the dragon, so the side of the altar, and the key is quite large and sticking out of the dragon's teeth. And the dragon also looks very similar to, if not identical to, the door, which you were trying to open up with a spear. But either way, there also seems to be a scroll case. The scroll case is empty though. You can see that like there's nothing inside, but there's a few parchments there, and you would assume that they're scrolls. There are there's a couple. Sorry, there's at least one flask, but you don't know what the flask is, but possibly magical inside it because it's that style.
So it could just be Kool-Aid. We don't know.
And there's a large feather there as well.
All right, then I would humbly ask him if we may use the items in our quest to help him.
No.
He says if you succeed in the quest, then 2 of these can be your reward.
Kev, can you ask him, like, just tell him kind of, how do we even know that you'll hold up your end of the bargain? when we do
No,
that?
don't
That's
say
a
that.
bad
Don't
idea.
say that. Ask
Feel
him.
I don't know that that would be a good idea. That might.
Well, you could do it nicely.
Okay.
No, ask him if we can buy the key.
Oh, yeah. That's not
you
bad.
buy the key.
Let us
Yeah,
purchase. Let's
let's see
trade
if we can
for
buy
this
the key or anything else on his thing. Because how much gold do you guys have? I have 20.
I've got 800.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. I have 11.
I was about to say, what kind of hack?
Why are you even here?
This guy should literally just hire an adventuring team to clear out this entire place.
That's why I have you guys.
Oh my god.
May I
That's how he's
ask?
doing so much damage with his great axe.
I got 11.
Pure diamond.
Yes.
Hey, Kevlar.
Yep.
A serious question. Could you tell him that, as he knows, humans are terrible and feeble and cannot see in the dark, and I would really love some extra lamp oil so that I can avenge or smite the other human and redeem my whole, race, if he would be so kind as to let us purchase some lamp oil.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah, I'm going to translate everything that he just said.
The
With
only
an emphasis on dastardly dirty humans.
Yeah, dastardly.
the only room which you've seen which is lit up has been this hallway, and it's torches, not lamps.
Okay.
Otherwise, they seem to be perfectly capable of functioning in the darkness themselves.
Well, I've got torches.
So they don't care.
All right.
Torches. All right. So
I had to ask.
Kev, can you ask him if we could drop a long rest here, if you'd mind?
Okay, yeah. Ask him if we can stay here and rest before we start the adventure.
And then tell him that Meepo will keep watch.
Oh my god, that's...
Meepo suggests maybe in the Dragon Sanctuary will be
Where everybody
more
got burnt?
appropriate.
That was the method's fault.
Compared
Oh, it
to
wasn't?
in the throne room.
I'd rather sleep in
True.
the throne room. It seems like a better idea. Safer, at least.
God. Alright. I grab Marvin and Meepo and start dragging them with me.
So is anything happening with the buying the key, or is that?
Oh, we're waiting on his response.
I was going to ask if
Yep.
we could use the key to enter that
That door.
door.
You want to buy the holy key?
Or no, I think he's just saying, like, in
Guys.
general, if that key will let us through that door.
I feel like we're gonna offend him. We've been asking for a lot.
I got
Well, I mean,
4
like-
questions.
But I'm
on this.
humbly asking.
Yeah, the adjective
How-
matters.
Well,
How
yeah, but
much-
at this point, it's like, may I humbly ask for the shirt off your back, right?
Yeah.
No, he's just
We're
asking
gonna
if
buy it.
he would work on the door. I think.
He does say yes.
We
Cool.
can buy it.
No, yes, the key would work to open the door.
That's all he's. All you asked was,
Alright.
will it work? So far.
So then should we ask him for the key or ask him to open the door for us?
Right now, he's not. I don't think he's gonna do either one for us right now.
Ask him if we can buy the key.
Fortune favors the bold.
Or Dante's
Guys, we're gonna
Futrana
get killed.
Juvat.
Totally not.
We're
gonna
about to
work.
get butchered by kobolds here.
Dash. That's why we have the dash action.
We're surrounded by kobolds here.
Whatever Meebo will fight.
They like me. We're like this, man.
I'll let you do an insight. But before asking the question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I got an 18.
it's more going to be Kevin's insight because he's the one going to be asking.
Okay, guidance.
Are you casting spells in front of
Yeah, we're not
the
doing
chief
guidance.
and all the elites?
All right.
That's the So, Kevin, you think that that if you do ask without having a number, you might offend him. You also know that if you ask with too low a number, you're definitely going to cause an issue
I mean, for purchasing the key?
for purchasing the key and offering to purchase the key.
Okay, I have 20 gold.
Offer 100 gold. Tell him we don't have it, but like, would that do
Well, that will definitely offend him.
it? Tell him
It's
we'll
like,
let him live.
hey,
No, I'm
we'll
just
pay it
kidding.
for 200 gold if we ever get that much.
I guess I would like to ask him if he would open the door for us.
Why? He doesn't
Because we
get
wanted-
anything out of it.
So what? Could help. He might agree to it.
So he says no. This stays here. But if you bring back our dragon, then this can be part of your reward, should you choose
Okay.
it.
So then, I guess, which way do we go?
This
Um,
way.
So go back to where we started. Meepo, you can go south. Whoops.
Oh, okay. Where am I?
Directly south.
Just get to right here.
Oh, it is south. Okay.
There's Meeps. You little bastard. And then, we're going to take that long rest after all, aren't we?
And you can do a long rest all the way across to the east.
Boop.
Cool.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no! Sorry.
That was an oh no.
I clicked my mouse wheel in and
Scared the crap out of me, that's for sure. So that's yeah.
long rest time.
And you can do a long rest.
Well, I mean, I get everything back anyways, but what else?
So you can get all your spells back, you can get all your health back.
I'm gonna do the same little bell trap across these 2 doors. I think I have enough string for that.
Can you do a perception check when going to the southern door?
Sure.
You hear scratching at the door
What kind
and
of,
noises from
what kind
the
of scratch?
south. Small scratches. May not
It's
be
a
at the
door
door,
locked?
but definitely inside.
I am.
Yep.
Okay. Well, yeah. Let's go ahead and do our. I'm gonna tell the. Okay. What's our verdict on this? Do we want to go ahead and do a long rest before figuring that out, or not worry about it?
Yeah, I can do a long rest and I'll take first watch.
I'm definitely gonna set the bells though. The
Mhm.
same bell alarm thing.
On
Would
the
the bells, if they were
bottom?
tripped, would they wake us up from our...
Or that one.
I think I have enough string for both.
Okay.
Because I've
Yep.
got like 10 feet.
Yep.
But we
that's-
want to make certain that we don't have the kobolds set them off. And
Oh,
Well,
since
okay.
Carl's taking the first watch, I give him guidance.
if the kobolds are gonna sneak in, I also want to know.
well, they're probably not sneaking in. It's their house. So
Still don't trust them.
Probably.
Never trust a rabbit. Oh, never trust a bunny.
What?
Never
No.
trust a bunny.
Just give them
never
myxomatosis.
trust a Scorpion, not the sting.
So you set up a trap down the bottom. I'm just going to freehand.
We like
So-
to use the word alarm, not trap.
An alarm down the bottom for your
Right.
bells. Okay.
Nice alarm.
Well, that's where you put the bells. You had a string between there and yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Alright,
that's-
I'm good if y'all are.
So I will stay in my armor for my watch, and then I'll take it off when it's over.
Okay. If you are going to cast guidance on someone, you need to be awake to be maintaining that spell. It's a concentration spell.
Aww.
Yeah.
It's like John has every watch.
I gotta sleep because I need those spell slots to heal you dummies.
I mean, I didn't, but okay.
So, first watch.
I don't need to sleep. I just need to go into a little bit of a trance for a while, and then I'm good.
So, first watch is who?
That's me.
Okay. First watch goes uneventful.
Cool. So then I take off my armor so I can get my actual long rest.
Second watch is who?
I'll take it.
Oh, and the fire is actually being lit. So that's, you've got fire, you've got light. I'll just quickly see if I can get a... Oh, one of the few things I didn't do is it spell tokens, because we don't have spell tokens.
So what?
Tokens.
Tokens.
Totem.
Tokens.
I have no idea what they are, but that's what he said.
Yes. So what I do is I run. I make tokens for my games. So if you're a spellcaster, you can just drag a spell area effect onto the map. Generally speaking, that's how I do things.
That's fire.
Hey, it's dodgy. Just.
I want to go sleep here.
Literally on the fire?
Yes, he was, and it was meaning I couldn't do what I needed to do. All players see light. There we go. Now you should have bright light.
You understand the idea that if you get in the fire, you take damage, right? I mean, that's...
Yep.
Okay.
So first watch is uneventful. The fire is lit. You have light, and it's a bit of warmth as well. Second watch, who is on?
Yeah, second was Kevlar.
So who? So that's Seth.
No, Kevlar.
Kevlar. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So second watch, you hear some more scratching from the bottom, and it's starting to get a bit more rowdy. But nothing else happens. Unless you want to do anything.
In the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Who's on third
Yeah,
watch?
just wait.
Who is third watch?
I, alas, have the disability that I cannot see in the dark, so it should not be me.
Oh no, the room's
there's a
lit up.
fire.
You got light in here now.
I don't know. I feel like it should still be Ralph, just because.
Ralph, you're next.
Traveler?
I'm so tired.
You'll be okay.
Okay, so no one's on third watch.
Okay, I'll do it. Okay, I'll do it.
I'm on third watch.
Oh wait, Ralph is
Well,
on
I'm
third
still
watch.
awake as well.
Okay, so Ralph is
Yeah,
on
I'm
third
on
watch. Our magician is back out of his trance, or in his trance, but kind of awake. And on third watch, the bell doesn't sound, but a swarm of rats come out, find a way under the door.
Do I notice them?
Do a perception.
Yeah, I feel like he notices them.
I feel that too. I definitely feel that too.
Yeah.
So that would be an
prefers-
initiative roll. The bells don't come because the
Wizard.
bells were on the door. It came.
Wait,
they tell-
wait. Seth would have been asleep. Kevin would have been awake because he's an elf and he just came out of his thing.
Yeah. So it's just
I
you and
I didn't roll perception. That was for the door or for the throne.
Okay.
Do I have enough time to put on my armor for this fight?
well, roll initiative and we'll see.
Oh my.
Oh my gosh, guys! I have not got a good initiative roll this game yet.
It's okay.
I just got a 5.
2 5s.
Wow, that's pretty bad.
That
That's
kind of blows, yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So let's get this room up and running. Where am I? 17.
So the rats came through the door, and us and the rats all just sort of made eye contact and paused, and nobody knew what to do.
And, no, Klaus rolled the
Basically.
best initiative, and he's asleep.
Yeah.
Well,
Eventually, after several seconds, Kraulis says, guys, are we fighting?
No,
Which
Kraus is
everyone
asleep.
came to.
Kraus is asleep.
No, I'm just talking about the numbers, man.
So Krallis is asleep. So skip initiative.
What? Oh, I mean, well, if they notice them, it's not a surprise round. I get initiative, don't I?
Well, when you're woken up, that's when your initiative starts, or that's when you will be in the turn
Well, I
order.
mean, I was asleep too then.
Well,
So when
did
you
whoever
are
was on
starting to-
watch actually wake us up,
Yeah.
or
Well, so far no one has woken anyone up.
Yeah, I can't because the rats go before me.
Yes. So
you
the
can
rats
like
tunnel
yell
out.
and stuff.
They're
Like,
spotted,
Okay, wake up, you lazy
but
fuck. There.
the
Oh,
you lazy bums.
Sorry, language. Wake up, you lazy bums. The rats are coming.
Oh, rats, my favorite thing in the world.
Something
unless
wicked
they're a
this way
swarm.
come.
So swarms have a funny thing where they actually can share the same, share the same space as you because they crawl all over you.
Oh,
That's cool.
cool.
Yeah. The uncool part is they hurt when they crawl all over you.
These are regular sized rats and not giant rats, correct?
They're regular sized
Oh,
rats,
yeah.
but there's a lot of them. That's why it's called a swarm of rats.
Throw a firebolt. Throw a fireball.
We'll have fire bolt, but that'll probably hit one.
So-
I could
Yeah,
throw
they-
a spell.
What's your
They,
Collateral
they totally
damage.
don't hit me.
without your armor?
They still don't hit me without my armor.
Okay, but they're trying. They swarmed you and
Okay.
they're trying. You're now awake.
Would I be able to put on my armor?
If you try to put on your armor, it will take. What is your armor?
Chainmail?
I think 2 rounds, or is it 2 minutes?
Whatever, I'll pass. I still have my shield and my. Oh no, I don't have my shield.
The
on right
rats would be on the inside.
They will be
So
on the
would I-
inside too, and continue
now. Would I
biting
be
if
able
you can.
to equip my shield?
Then I guess I'm next because
Oh,
I'm
no, never
already
mind.
asleep?
I'll keep it.
Kevlar is asleep. No,
I'm
Kevlar
not
is
asleep.
awake because your elfing thing. You are awake.
Actually, don't we decide who goes first if we both roll the same thing, or is it...
Oh yes,
Can
didn't even
decide
say the
between
mention. Yes,
yourself.
you get to decide who you want to go first. But Kevlar is awake and you are awake. Both the people that are awake are on the same initiative.
I vote Kevlar because he got the fire. He's got
You're
the
underneath that
flame.
fire.
Yeah,
Is it
but if
on
he
you?
sets the rats on fire, you're gonna catch on fire.
Nah. Be okay.
So are the rats still together or have they already spread out?
The
No,
rats
they're
are together.
on-
They are underneath or on top of Krallis.
Do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait. Bro, who do you want to
So-
go first? You or me?
I can go, I don't mind. I'm thinking about casting a sleep spell, putting the rats to sleep. Krallis is already asleep, but even if he's not, he can sleep through this as we attack them because we've got a minute of time to once they go down to start slapping them around.
Well, yeah, I mean, it won't put me to sleep anyway.
And it goes off.
Already.
It's a very powerful spell for the first level, and it goes off the lowest hit points first.
Correct. So let me try that.
Prowess.
So I'm going to cast a
Prowess
sleep spell, and it's, what is it, a 20-foot radius?
Yeah, but you're still choosing.
Prowess has
You
a
can choose it
lower
to the
hit point.
back of the spell and still get that in.
So I probably want to cast it around here, I would think.
Yeah, to
Wouldn't
the
I?
back of the room.
Okay. So I do want to cast a sleep spell. Let's do that now. Boom. Boom.
Does he get to choose who he sleeps?
Nope, it goes with the lowest hit points first, which I'm pretty sure is Prowess.
Nah, I'll be fine.
I still haven't got. Here he goes. All spell slots are done. And you've done your sleep spell. And
Wait, you have
20.
one spell slot?
I should have 2.
okay, I'll
The
have a look
long
at that.
rest
I'll
hasn't
fix that anyway. But 20 hit dice is asleep. So Krallis, you have 13 hit dice.
Yeah.
You take away 13 of it.
I don't
So
take away my health. It just
No,
puts me
as
to sleep.
in 13 hit dice out of the 20 are asleep. So that's you
Oh, okay.
for 13. 7 for the rats. The rats have a lot more hit dice, but individually they're smaller. So I'm going to take off 7 of the hit dice worth. Is just explaining what I'm doing.
So
And
they're
7
asleep
of
until we
them
hit them for
worth
7
are
damage?
going to be asleep.
Or for 1 minute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That works.
Um,
Use your bonus action and movement to wake me up.
Yeah, they're asleep for 1 minute or until they take damage.
So definitely just use your movement and
Yep.
bonus action to wake me up. This would be hilarious.
so
Just come down on him.
it actually makes a difference between if a swarm has more than half its health or hit dice to less its hit dice. So if it's more than half, it does more damage. If it's less than half, it does less. So it actually makes a difference if you do it that way.
I walk up. So the rats are on top of Crowd.
On top of, underneath of, trying to crawl underneath his bedding, the whole works.
So can we go ahead and wake him up?
I
He's
smash them. Oh!
certainly awake.
Whew!
Why would
Natural
you do
20.
that?
Natural
And
20.
risk hurting your friend.
Does he hit me?
No.
The natural 20 makes the character right out.
No, but they do occupy the same space. So it's...
So wait, was that it? Roll even right? Because natural it would be
So 5 is your
1d6.
normal hit, your 4 is your critical damage on top of.
okay. So I deal 9 damage.
9 damage total. If they took all that damage.
Oh yeah, because it's bludgeoning, they take half.
So I'm just going to move you there. You've now woken up some of them. So that's back to normal. Because they now take that damage, so back to normal. Right. So there we go. And then we go back to, okay, how much damage you started doing?
9.
9. Well, you think it's 9, but it's not. Too much thinking going on. There we go.
And then as a bonus action, I kick Kraus with my boot, yelling at him to wake up, you lazy lout.
I was already awake from you hitting the
You're definitely
rats.
awake now. Totally awake now.
The squishy noise.
This is coming from the guy that I saved his life earlier.
Yeah,
Sad.
yeah. This is an
And I
adventurous
saved
life.
your life too by healing you. Like,
No, you didn't.
twice.
I was never in danger of dying.
I healed you twice.
Marvin, you're
How
asleep.
many of the rats are still asleep?
He just woke them back up.
They're all awake?
Yeah.
That was a minute already?
No, he just
'cause
attacked
did that, He
them.
woke them up.
Okay. How then
Was
do
a
I
good idea on a swarm.
are they moving quick? Like, can I pick them off with a rapier? Or is
You
that
can
going to
pick
risk
off
stabbing?
little bits and you can pick off little bits and pieces. Like you can kill a number of them with a rapier.
Okay, but I'm not going to stab Krallis in the eye
No.
by accident. Okay,
No.
cool. I'm going to do that then.
Blind.
Unless you roll a natural 1.
And now that you said it,
You just have to be careful. That's all it is.
okay.
I think you've got backstab or sneak attack still there. That's not going to be a part.
Oh,
so
sorry.
4. You did 4 damage. So essentially 4 of them you sliced off. There we go. Any other actions?
I'm going to get
Shooting you
on
there.
top of the table. If I can.
Yep.
Just an old cartoon.
There are rats on the floor.
Are you going to yell "eek"?
And lift
I
up your
am-
dress.
Hey, I just want Krallis to be. I love you, buddy. I want Krallis to be the easy target.
Get on top of the table then. You're not on the table.
I can't. I don't think.
Yeah,
No,
that's
never
it,
mind. I
done.
can't.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
In old D&D,
Yep.
the image was you don't have to be the fastest in the party, you just have to be the faster the runner than the dwarf. Because the dwarf had half the speed.
Outruns you. Or
I am-
kneecaps you.
I am occupying a defensible position. That is what's happening, gentlemen.
Hey, Karsh.
Yep.
So is Meepo able to help us with this?
That little bastard.
Meepo hasn't been woken up.
Oh, dang it.
If
Oh,
you
you
wake
wake
him
up
up, he's just
everybody
gonna
else?
run.
You get that idea. You certainly may have that idea that he may just run,
Rocks at him.
but we'll see. He's not been woken up.
He throw
All right,
rocks at him,
Meepo,
just
wake
run
up.
through it.
Well, Krallis, it's your go. You're definitely awake from
You're coming-
sleeping from the rats, and then kicked awake from the sleep spell again. Because you
I
were
rolled a
sent straight back to
24
sleep.
on my great axe and hit for 14 slash damage.
Oh boy. I just
That great
made a
axe
mistake
keeps
too.
ruining your plans.
The vengeance.
So basically, in my head, Krallis just like discovered he was covered in rats, screamed like a girl, jumped up while spinning his axe around, and just like shredded a few rats.
I feel like so far I'd be the only one that wouldn't just like be surprised by rats.
So, for those viewing, I did have to make a correction. They had resistance against slashing, which is why I had to do. I took the full damage for the rapier, which I just corrected. Yes, they resistance to your slashing as well.
That's cool.
Any other action?
The rapier is piercing. I don't know if that makes a difference.
Okay, resistance on that too.
I'm just gonna move right here. Makes it easier.
Cool.
Yes, it's resistance on pretty much everything.
Gotcha.
Because there's just a swarm. You're trying to pick little tiny things off with a big weapon.
If they were asleep, I could just throw them in the fire.
Yeah, wait, I need to get advantage.
But even still, you're throwing only a couple in the fire because there's a swarm. Swarms are really weird and they're really nasty. So we have the swarms go. It's disengaging. It's getting the hell out of there.
Oh no, you don't. Follow that swarm.
The door's still closed. It swarms under like there's it swarms into like a little. It looks like it's actually like it has actually made like a little hole for itself through the door, and that's where it came out. It wasn't there before you went to bed, and definitely yeah.
Kevlar, can I go before you?
Can you change turn in the middle?
You guys can choose because you are on the same initiative.
Yeah, that's fine. If you want to go before me.
I charge the door and shoulder slam it.
Charge the door, shoulder strain. Give me a strength check, please.
6.
Hmm.
So it's a strength save, but still.
That's how much damage you just take from hitting the door.
Yeah, I'd like to be able to cast that sleep spell again on him.
What?
So,
I am kidding, of course. Sort of.
sort of. So you charge the
Alright.
door, you hit the door, it hurts. Anything else you're doing?
I say, Ow.
Perhaps try opening the door?
Let's try opening the door.
You open the door.
There's like 10 more rats in there.
Wrong screen.
Did we get the benefits of our long rest?
Nope.
Okay, I'm going to use a cantrip.
If we go back to sleep, will we be able to get the
Yes.
benefit to the full rest? Okay.
Yes.
I'm just gonna crash out then.
We're
What do
still
I-
we're mid rats.
You're still in
Okay.
initiative order.
Alright. So I'm gonna sleep once we're out of it then.
The rats have to make a DC save.
Sacred Flame. Well, I'll read actually the description now that you've actually seen the room. So it's actually, here we are. So the room's called Dragon Chow. I thought I'd put that in because that's the actual name of the room. Rats fill the room, trapped among their own waste. A small half barrier prevents the rats from easily escaping when the door is open, but that's been chewed through by now. And you can see that they've also been making work on the door itself for a while. They look emaciated and very, very hungry, and it smells in here. So swarm of rats, DC Dex.
Ah, they fail. Just barely.
And 4 damage.
Which is not halved because they are not resistant to radiant damage. Thankfully.
No, they're not. Oh, so you also, as you open the door, you hear this ting-ling-ling-ling as the bell rings.
Oops.
Good one, Marvin.
Hey, if it was anything but rats.
Anything.
Right.
What have we faced so far in this dungeon?
Skeletons,
Yeah,
Rat.
giant rats. This is
Go
the
for-
first actual regular rats we fought.
Kevlar, your go. Seeing Bronze, and he's in front.
All right, so am I able to, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, am I able to get in front of Roth?
You can move through his square. You just can't end in his square. And same description. It smells.
All right,
I
I want to go ahead. I want to cast a firebolt on the swarm.
Yep.
Oh, wow. I pulled out the Zippo again.
Another one.
I will say that a lot of the stuff in here is very flammable.
Of course it is.
Yeah, it's a giant rat's nest.
So then how much damage does that do?
Still, it's only one fire to the rats.
Wow, 1 fire damage. Holy.
Do I have any movement left?
Let me see.
No, I
You've
don't
got
think I do.
5 foot.
Oh, so I can't move back out of the room then?
Well, you could move like
There.
right here, couldn't you?
Yeah,
He's
So-
like, I'm gonna do
let's
that.
do that.
In Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, you can do diagonals, but if you're playing Pathfinder, you can't do diagonals
Okay.
with your tokens.
Now it would be Marvin's turn.
Marvin,
Oh, get off the table, man. Get off the table.
What? I can't even get. I don't think I can even get to the rats from here.
yes, you
Oh,
can.
I think you can.
You couldn't hit him with a melee, but you. Well, what's
could
your
I?
if you're
Five
30,
foot?
you can.
10, 15, 20, 25 to here.
Oh, wait, I think I can do the. To where?
To them, it only takes 25.
To this one? Yeah, but that seems like a terrible
No.
idea.
To here is 25.
Yeah, just boom.
Gotcha. So I can't leave the rat room. I have to end my turn in the rat room.
Yep, that's cool. Look at how much health they have. You got this.
So I'm gonna not do that. I'm going to not do that, and I'm going to. I feel like a bow is gonna do nothing, but I'll try a bow. I'll move here, and I will shoot a bow. Where's that?
Into the rat nest.
Yes, with regular arrows.
As opposed to what? Diamond arrows?
As
Plus one
opposed
arrow.
to as opposed to the +1 arrows. We still got 2 of those, I think.
You
Two
do
piercing damage.
shoot. You
But
do
that-
hit a single rat, and you
Right, I do.
Out of
You're-
100.
and your arrow flies through and still goes straight into the still goes into the rat's nest and just disappears. And you don't think you're going to be getting that.
So it didn't ricochet and hit other rats?
No, just hits one in, goes through. And thanks for the donation, a horse for every season. Yes, rabies shots for all. Maybe just Krallis.
I haven't gotten hit actually.
No, but
They were crawling all
there's a
over.
lot of
I'm
muck
gonna
on
have
There
the
was there was a
sleepwear.
lot of body contact.
I'm gonna have to
That's
give you a
okay.
checkup, Krallis. A finger's going up your butt.
That's got nothing to do with rabies though.
No. Krallis, it is your go.
Hand sanitizer.
I'm just gonna end my turn right there. There's no reason for me to move.
A big brave fighter who's not even entering combat.
I chunked them for like
Yeah.
half their HP already.
No.
Hey, I lit a cigar for one of them.
You weren't even close to half. Without resistances, maybe, but yeah. So the swarm, well, if everyone's
So our
coming
fighter just
to
pushed
them.
out like a bitch. Oh, language.
Oh yeah, they can do that.
Yeah.
Whatever, I'm still gonna be okay.
Sorry, what'd they do?
They just engulfed Kevlar.
Oh yeah.
Does 13
fireball,
get past
so-
your armor class, Kevlar?
Well, that's rude.
Yes, it is. 2 points of damage if
Ah.
it gets past, which it just gets. I'll do you -2.
Wow.
And they're
-2
swarming
is a
all
lot.
through your robes and bed and yeah.
Wait.
Actually, they've still got movement. They are going to. So, just move you out of the map for a moment. That was,
Ghost rats.
yeah. And you'll get an attack of opportunity because they're trying to move further.
Oh,
Oh,
do it,
I
do it,
do?
do it. No,
Do I?
no, Kev
No.
does.
Actually, you do.
Actually, he would, yeah.
Yes, you both get an attack of opportunity.
21. 5 bludgeoning damage.
Sweet.
Can I use a cantrip?
Yes, you can use a cantrip for your attack of opportunity. Ah,
There we
they
go.
were going to get away.
Oh, never mind.
So they take 5 damage cut in half for me, so that's 3 damage.
It was finally a really impressive firebolt that was just sort of into the air.
At least we know he can do it.
Yeah. They were going to get
I
away.
thought
They'll
his
try.
firebolt missed.
Well, you know, taking out that ice creature kind of took a little bit out of me there. I'm still working my way back. So.
I think got destroyed.
His
I was like, oh,
firebolt,
is this a fireball hitting me? Yeah, I'm gonna die now.
his firebolt was a 7. That hit.
No. That's why
Oh,
you
no,
said
it
it went
doesn't.
into the air.
The attack roll misses. Thank
yeah,
you.
he was doing it as if it hit.
Oh,
All right, so it's
why'd I say
not my
anything?
turn,
So
though, right?
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3.
Ouch.
Where did it
That's
go?
where it ends up.
Okay. Oh, I shouldn't have got off the table. I should not have gotten off the table.
I'm
Don't
just
worry, you
making
still
sure
have
they
turn.
got speed. Yep, that's it.
Um,
Kelvar, it is your turn.
effing rats on this dungeon.
All right, so they're almost dead, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Can you see much
Let's
health
try
left?
fire.
They have 1 HP.
Safe to assume.
Firebolt him. Come on, firebolt him. You know you want it.
You got this.
It's not a hard armor class to hit. It's really not.
Maybe needs a preparation.
What? It's like
Come on.
8 AC.
Oh my god!
Oh, nice.
Misses though.
Except for the.
Oh, what?
Really?
Sacred Flame. Even if he is it save for half?
No, it's just safe.
Save for none? Then they've got a
Yeah.
chance. Come on, rats.
15. Here we go.
Oh my god!
Yes!
Oh, no.
The one rat is trying to run away.
Oh my god, Crowley. No, Marvin, you better get him.
Come
Do
on,
it,
jump
I
on
did,
the
Marvin.
table.
It's so much fun.
You know you want to jump on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta do this daggum Legolas style now, so I'm gonna do the draw, draw as I jump, land on the table, do the whole, like, I mean, we were talking right before the stream,
Do a front flip.
daggum, like, intuitive archery, and I'm just like, I need a cool catchphrase, but nothing comes to mind, and so I'm just gonna laugh or something.
For Meepo.
Cool catchphrase. Let go.
There we go.
And it
Yeah.
hits.
I draw back and I say catchphrase, and I let go.
And it hits. It pins that one last rat, throws me across the room, and kills it.
So and because I need to, I walk up, I pick up the arrow, and I say, "Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys."
Got him.
Oh, got him. Alright, I'm just gonna ignore them and just loot. Like, see if there's anything in here.
You're gonna go in this stinking burning rat's nest.
Yeah.
Roll a Constitution save, please, Ralph.
I
Okay.
think you got it.
You search through the muck. It's just waste and yuck and disgusting,
Okay.
and bits of rats. It looks like they've actually been eating each other as well.
Okay.
Ralph, do you see my arrow?
No, I did not find your arrow. I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
Can
My
I check
favorite
this
one.
other room to make sure we don't have any other visitors?
Can.
I mean, I'm just gonna try and finish my long rest. I don't really need it, but what else?
Here, let me cover you, buddy. I'm gonna get behind him and do the prep attack thing. What's it called? We did it before to guard the hallway.
You mean ready?
Yeah,
Yes,
ready in
can I
action.
do-
Oh, yeah.
Can I do a ready action with the bow over his shoulder?
You need to actually say what the trigger is going to be.
If you see a goblin in the room
Yes.
or a rat.
Yeah,
Goblin or
a goblin or a rat. Yeah.
If I see a hostile enemy.
Actually, no. Let me just put it this way: anything that attacks Ralph. There we go.
Okay, so you wait for the attack, then you'll get your shot.
Yes.
But not before the attack. The attack has to go first.
Yes. Meat shield.
Okay.
Just to guard against friendly fire. Yeah.
Where was the cat when we needed it for the rat?
There was a cat?
Yes, there's a cat. It's just off screen on the clipping in the channel, though.
Oh.
Cat for
I wasn't
reference.
saying that was a bad thing. I was just saying
I'm
it's just
sorry.
off screen.
That was a +2 cat of rat killing.
So, Area 13, and I'll read out the description. It's an empty room. That's it.
Wait, really? There's nothing
It's a-
in here.
It's an empty room. There's just some debris on the corners, but otherwise it is a nondescript empty room.
Can I check for secret doors?
You can check for secret doors.
I clicked the wrong button. Is that investigation?
You can do an investigation, yes, or a perception one. I don't mind at the moment.
Roll
You do not believe there's any secret doors.
Oh, and I think I have advantage on that
You can roll again.
Guidance,
for secret doors.
guidance.
Yeah, because of Dungeon Delver.
Hey,
No,
speaking of secret
do not believe
doors,
that there's any secret doors.
Okay.
speaking of secret doors, can we take 5 here in a moment?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
We'll go back to our rest. The rest of the night is uneventful. You get all your hit points back because you're halfway through your long rest. and we'll just take a break. We've been going for a little bit longer than what was intended, and we'll just take a 5-minute break now. Stick around. We've got a new overlay, which is not amazing, but it's like, well, I needed some overlay or something for the break. So hopefully you enjoy it. I've got some ideas from everyone for it, and it should be changing week to week as the show evolves over the next month. So we'll just take it there, just so people don't move their tokens. I'll be really mean and move them to the start screen so they can't move them. Yeah.
One statement.
So yeah,
Guys,
stick around, have fun, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Hi.
Hello and welcome back. Sorry for the delay. We just end up kind of chatting, go through things, and make sure everyone's okay with everything. So we're back. This is the Goblin Cave. My name is Carthage Goblin. We are doing the Sunless Citadel with my first dungeon. So hopefully you've been enjoying the show. We've had a bit of a disturbed rest with a swarm of giant rats that have come out and attacked the party. Rats which are usually there to actually feed the dragon, but are now dead. So if they do wake up Meepo, they may have some explaining to do. Just as some out of character. Yeah. So just so there's some information for our players as well. The rest of the night goes uneventful. There's no issues. All the hit points come back. All the spells come back because they've had their long rest. And they're off to set off for our new grand journey of finding the Grand Dragon. Which they don't actually know how big it is. So that could come in interesting as well. So we're back, everyone's here. Everyone's on screen, yes. And everyone's unmuted, so here we go. So, what are we doing in the morning?
Are we back on the map?
I'll move you back.
I'm just going to put on all my armor, but I'm going to switch my great axe out for my shield and a hand axe.
I'm going to collect my bell trap, and I think we're good to go.
Yeah. More alarm than a trap, but yeah, totally understood.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Alright, let's get going.
Meepo actually comes to you and starts speaking in Draconic when you're collecting it, and you don't actually understand what he's saying, but he's pointing at things and pointing at other things about your alarm system. But
Can I try to roll for something to see if I can understand his mime?
an insight, yeah.
Okay, insight.
Is this for Meepo?
I don't see insight. Oh, I see it.
Yes.
Guidance.
Oh, dadgummit. For what it's worth, can I roll the separate dice to check for guidance?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
No, because you're rolling before the
Okay.
insight came through.
So, what
with
do
guidance,
I think...
please click on the guidance spell so it comes up before the
Right.
like if you're going to cast guidance, click on it.
Right.
So I know it's been cast, and then the players can do the ad because you know guidance right as the dice rolls are happening. And just want to make sure you're getting in beforehand. So just as a mechanical side, not than anything else.
Can I make it? Is there a way to make it like quick use or something?
You could always just click the spell.
Yeah, you just click on the spell.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think that's the best way of what we're going to be doing. So that's
what do I think Meepo said?
You think he was actually giving you cooking instructions, but you don't know on what. Maybe because you fought rats, he's giving you cooking instructions on rats.
Cool.
So did I overhear any of this by any chance?
You did. He seems to be trying to give instructions on building a better trap or better alarm system.
I'm going to nod knowingly and pull a ration out of my pack and hand it to Meepo.
He takes it, looks a bit confused, but eats it anyway.
That's my boy.
Huh. It won't let me.
Won't let you do something?
What won't let you what? It won't let you put it on your attacks and spellcasting on your core sheet, but if you go to spells and you just click it, it'll work like that.
Yeah, I was trying to see if there's a quick way to do
Actually,
it.
no, you can. Give me a moment.
You'd have to like manually do it, I guess, but
For those people that don't know the character sheets like this, this is our character sheet. This is Bond's model. So if you go onto the cog and it says output spell card, if you change that to attack, it goes hello. You then include the spell description in the attack, go on, and then go back to there to close it down. You now have guidance on your main attack sheet. So it's now on your attack area. And if you come back to the stream later, it'll actually explain to you how it's done. Does that make any sense?
1 second, I'm checking. There it is. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So you actually can change the spell to actually be an attack, but in that attack area you can change it to do your